Hey everybody, welcome to or back to my channel, My Kind of Stuff. And today I want to kind of recap my experience with Romantasy Con. So I just got back yesterday evening from a trip to LA with a bunch of friends to go to Romantasy Con. Um, it was such a fun experience getting to meet all of these people that I have met through BookTube in real life. It was just kind of surreal. Our whole group was amazing. Everyone got along so well. It was so much fun. We were laughing nonstop. We just had such a great time. I met April from Happily Ever April. I met Carrie from Booked for Romance. April's sister came with. I roomed with Kristen from the Neverending TBR and Kristen's Corner for the first 2 nights. And then we went to April's room on the third night. And yeah, it was just a ton of fun. So before leaving, there were a couple authors that were going to be at the event that I had already read books from and knew I wanted to meet them and get my books signed. So I brought those books with me. So I brought Pestilence and War for Laura Thalassa to sign. I brought Quicksilver for Callie Hart to sign. And I brought The Curse of Saints for Kate Dramas. I also made little goodie bags to pass out while I was there with my Instagram and YouTube handles on it. And in there, I did like a little piece of chocolate, also a ring pop. I made Kindle charms for in there, and then also just a couple stickers and a bookmark. And that was kind of a really fun way to like meet and talk to new people in line. I also gave them out to authors, and there were also audiobook narrators there. The voice actors for Violet and Zayden from Fourth Wing were both there. Laura Horowitz was there. She was so cool to meet because I've been following her reels on Insta for so long because she's just so funny. So getting to meet her in real life was super cool. I also, through trading with people, got some bracelets, a whole bunch of stickers, some bookmarks, some annotating supplies. I got tabs, highlighters, pens, markers. Um, Everyone was just so, so sweet, and it was so fun. I had one not so great experience with a volunteer, but other than that, I didn't have an issue with anybody. It was just very smooth. Everything was sweet. Unfortunately, the hotel they had us in was the Biltmore in downtown LA, which is a very historical hotel. There were a lot of stairs, and I felt bad for the people that were hauling around book carts because there weren't ramps. They had to like physically pick up these huge carts full of books that were so heavy and lug them up and down these flights of stairs. Um, I was so tired by the end of the weekend. Like, I didn't want to look at another stair. But I flew in on Thursday morning and met Kristen at the hotel. We checked in and then just kind of went around exploring downtown LA, finding some food. We went and took a run to Target to, get drinks and stuff. Then when April got there, we met up with her and her group, and yeah, we went to dinner together. It was just so much fun. And then on Friday is when the event like actually opened up for us. So that's when we got to go down to like the vendor halls. I actually found an artist down there that was selling Baldur's Gate art, and I love that game. My husband loves that game, and actually my husband asked me to try to find something to bring back for him, and I was like, he doesn't read Romantasy. Like, I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll just find him like a bookmark with a dragon or something, because he does read normal fantasy, just not Romantasy. Um, but I ended up getting him some of that Baldur's Gate art because it was so cool, and I had such a great time meeting and speaking to that artist for a little while. Um, I bought a new sweater. What else did I get? Oh, I got this cute little bookmark. It's a 3D printed little ghost. It's so cute. Um, I also got a couple books while we were there. At the convention, the Ripped Bodice had a little store set up in the hotel, and we all bought a blind date with a book. And if you watch over on April's channel, you will see in her vlog our opening of our blind dates with a book. I didn't film it because it was just too much to have everybody filming, but you can watch it over there. But there was a trigger warning on the back of this blind date book that said, "If you sexy run, I'll sexy chase you." And so I was like, yes, yes, please. And it ended up being Kresley Cole's Hunger Like No Other. Um, I've heard absolutely fantastic things, but I've not actually started the series yet. So I'm really excited to hop into it. And yeah, it's werewolves and vampires. And I'm here for it, man. I've not read a ton of werewolf stuff, so I'm excited to get into the fun, spicy, wolfy time. And I absolutely love these new covers that they're doing. The art on them is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I'm so glad that I picked this one. Because when I read like the little synopsis or like whatever the catch that they put on the sticker when it's the blind date and it's wrapped up and you don't know what you're getting, I'm like, I have no clue what this is. So this ended up being a great pick. I didn't buy a ton of books while we were there. In fact, I only actually bought one book for myself. Um, from like the author tables. But what I did pick up was The Hollow Gods by AJ Verana. First of all, like this cover is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed. And it sounds like it's a dark romance mixed with like a horror thriller mystery kind of thing. And that sounded right up my alley. So I'm really excited that I picked this up. There were a lot of authors there that like are indie authors that either I hadn't heard of or I've read from before but didn't enjoy a book enough to like want to own a physical copy of it. So yeah, I didn't buy a ton, but I'm glad that I bought that one. I also bought a few things as some gifts for other people. So I'm not going to show those yet because they won't have received their gifts yet. Forgot we also like when we were doing trades with other people, we got cute little bracelets, um, all kinds of fun stuff. This stack of stickers that I ended up leaving with is ridiculous. Like, there's so many. I must have like 50 stickers here. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Maybe I'll do like a little overview and I'll flat lay out all of my stickers and bookmarks to show you guys because there's just too many to like hold up. We'd be here all day. So yeah, Friday was just kind of like our wandering around and shopping day. We went to a brewery for dinner and that was a lot of fun. And then we were all just absolutely tired. So we all crashed fairly early in the hotel room. And then the next morning, we went to a couple more author signings. And then we ended up going to a narrator panel. And kind of getting like audiobook narrators' insight on things was really cool, really enlightening. One thing that they said that I didn't realize is like they get paid the most from us borrowing audiobooks from our library, like through Libby and Hoopla and Overdrive and those kinds of things. That earns them the most money. Um, so that was pretty neat to learn. So use your library and don't feel bad about using your library because that's how they earn their biggest revenue, they said. Oh, and speaking of libraries and supporting your library, across the street from our hotel was the LA Public Library. Holy cow, guys, an 8-floor library. 8. Their manga section was bigger than my entire library here in my hometown combined. It was crazy. Thousands of volumes of manga. An entire floor dedicated to nonfiction, an entire floor dedicated to fiction, an entire floor dedicated to like teens and children. They had a creativity lab. In that lab, they had sound studios for people who want to record like videos, a photography studio. They had 3D printers that were for public use, embroidery machines, sewing machines, laser cutters, uh, just so many things in this library. It was amazing. There was a museum in there of prisoners' inventions, and also another room of just like other weird, random, goofy inventions. It was just so cool, like to have access to a library like that is free for public use. Like, it's just such an amazing tool. Like, my library is pathetic in comparison to that. I've never seen anything like it. I just thought it was really amazing and thought I'd share that with you guys too. Um, there was also a cosplay contest while we were there, so that was a lot of fun to watch. It was a little unfortunate that most of the characters were Sarah J. Maas characters, and she wasn't even at the convention, so I wish people would have done like some more indie type of authors characters, but I guess then it'd be harder to recognize them because they wouldn't have been so prevalent on the bookternet in general, but whatever. Either way, it was a lot of fun to watch. It was very funny, very like interactive. They like kept everybody engaged in it. It was so much fun. After that, we went and got henna, which was a free thing at the event, so that was really cool. I feel like most of Saturday, like after that narrator panel, I spent most of the day standing in line waiting for signatures from Laura Thalessa and Callie Hart because they had like the biggest lines out of everybody. And then we went to this Irish pub for dinner. We got these cheesy bacon fries that were like amazing. The cheese sauce on those fries was to die for. Or I was just starving by that point because I hadn't eaten all day. I don't know. I think it was just really good though too. So that was a lot of fun. And then of course we kind of just went back and crashed again. Then on Sunday, I still had some time to spend in LA, but the convention was over. So myself, along with Kristen and April's sister, went to Santa Monica Pier in the morning and kind of got to look around. It was very beautiful. I'll show some clips from the beach. There's also a Pokemon Go event happening there, which we didn't know was going on, but it was really funny because like everyone was just walking around and like this. Like no one was looking up. Everyone was just walking around staring at their phone, and it was so funny. Um, but it was absolutely gorgeous there. And just really nice to kind of walk around. There was a nice cool breeze off the ocean. And after that, we decided we wanted to go see the Ripped Bodice, like the actual store, not just the little thing pop up they had set up at the event. So we drove over there. While we were at the Ripped Bodice, I picked up Wild at Heart by K.A. Tucker. I read the first book in this series last month and absolutely fell in love with it. It's one of my favorite books. This is what led me to realizing that I might actually like slow burns because I didn't think that I would, but I'm super excited to get into this book soon. So happy I picked that up. I know it's not romantasy, but like I'll still always remember the trip and going to the Rip Bodice, which is where I bought this. Kristen and I also took a trip to the last bookstore, um, or last bookshop. What is I don't remember. Either way. I'm sure you've seen it all over the bookternet as well. I'll insert a couple clips from there. I didn't really find anything that I wanted to buy in there. They had a very limited selection. Um, but it was more so just cool to look around, wander around, and explore. Because the upstairs of their shop is kind of like a labyrinth of books, and there's like little nooks and crannies and hallways and things going different directions, and it's just very whimsical. Um, so yeah, that was a ton of fun just to explore that, even if I didn't really find a book to purchase in there. That was about it. I got on the airplane to head home. And now I am home. I'm going to spend the rest of the day relaxing and kind of unwinding from the trip. It was so much fun, but it was a very long, tiring weekend. So much walking, so many stairs. But yeah, overall, I'm glad that I did it. It was such a fantastic experience as my first book convention goes. Really wasn't sure what to expect or like how my anxiety would react to that many people. But honestly, it wasn't too bad. Everything was pretty spread out and nothing felt like overly claustrophobic. So yeah, it was such a great time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Give the video a thumbs up on your way out, subscribe if you're new, and make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss any future content. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.